All right, hey, shalom, shalom. I'm the priest YAHAWAH from the GMS South Carolina camp, coming back with another lesson through the spirit and through the power of YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RACHAA, QADASH. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory. Call HALAL, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RACHAA, QADASH. Double honors to my apostles and to my elders of great millstone that rule well, which taught me this truth, who are the true leaders of Israel today. Peace, love, blessings, and salutations to the elect, man. All right, shalom, and I'm going to get right into this article that I ran across, man, from the New York Post. It says, grim hunger stones warn of doom as they emerge in ancient waters, right? Hey, man, we're living in some very spiritual times. It says, unearthed hunger stones have raised concerns across Europe amid a drying climate. It says the stones forged some 400 years ago are ancient markers of drought inscribed with warnings that claim if they can be seen, the area in which they lie is in grave danger due to receding water levels. And right now we're currently living in a time of judgment, right? We're seeing the prophecies being fulfilled each and every day. It's prophecies that's being fulfilled. And the last two major prophecies are fastly approaching, being the MOTB and World War III, man. And we're seeing how the Lord is putting everything in place for all of these prophecies to come to pass, right? You see the men of the Lord, you see the prophets back on the scene on the highways and byways, and now things are happening, okay? It says, although many are alarmed by the emergence, some scientists argue, and see, these devils, they love to cast doubt, man, right? It says some scientists argue that the sort of drought these stones forecast are not always indicative of environmental disasters, and that droughts in the 21st century have not been as severe as those experienced throughout history. But that's the mindset of these devils, these proud ass devils. All these scientists, you know, they ain't nothing but witches and fucking warlocks any goddamn ways, man. So, of course, they ain't going to believe. And that's what the devil does. He loves to cast doubt. But it's all good, because at the end of the day, the Lord is going to make believers out of all these people. OK, especially these scientists. That's why it says, as a matter of fact, what is that in Obadiah? I believe around the 9th verse. Matter of fact, let's start at verse 8. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau, and thy mighty men, O Teman, and the Temanites, I believe those are the Germans. They're like the smartest of Esau, right? It says, O Teman shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter, right? So you got these proud devils, like a lot of these scientists, a lot of them are Germans, man. You know, Temanites, you know, and they're very proud because, you know, they like to go into science, and they, you know, they have a very high level of how to create weapons and things like that. And that's made them very proud. But the Lord is about to bring all of them low, right? So that's why it says in verse 8, shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau. So these devils, you know, they carry themselves with that proud persona. But it's all good, because at the end of the day, the Lord is going to make believers out of these devils, especially, you know, these proud ass Temanites and so on and so forth, man. Right. But yeah, they love to try to cast doubt, but it's all good. It says mega droughts were more common before the Industrial Revolution, according to a 2015 study published in Science Advances. PJ Media reported on Monday. So just because, you know, you had mega droughts back then, that means that these things can't happen now? What kind of sense does that make, man? But that's the mindset of these devils, man. They're proud. They think they know it all, man. Historical records indicate that droughts were more severe, extensive, and prolonged in the Northern Hemisphere, especially between the 11th and the mid-15th centuries, researchers said. And you'll have people who are, you know, they'll be at ease because these devils say, oh, well, you know, that's not going to happen now. That was something of the past, right? But the Lord is going to bring the plagues as before. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and get into these scriptures. 2nd Esdras 15 and 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before. Now, of course, this ain't talking about ancient Egypt, because it says with plagues as before, right? So this is talking about a future Egypt, spiritual Egypt, spiritual Sodom, which is America, man. Babylon the Great, the virgin daughter of Babylon, which is America. Okay. It says as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. So, droughts, those are plagues of before, famines. Okay. Because what? Droughts lead to what? Famine. Because you got these farmers, whenever a severe drought is has struck a particular area, especially a agricultural area where a lot of farming takes place. If they're experiencing heavy droughts, they can't grow their crops, meaning there ain't gonna be no food, man. And that's gonna trickle down over here to America, right? And there's so many, you can get on YouTube, there's so many videos you can look up about these farmers saying that it's gonna, next year, it ain't gonna be no food, man. Right? Because they can't grow their crops. It ain't gonna be nothing to harvest. It says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before. So the Lord about to bring plagues of before back to America. Okay, back, in this time, they're going to be worse. They're going to be more severe. You see the MPOX, the Donkey Kong going around. That's a plague, man. Okay, and all these other diseases, those are plagues. It says, and will destroy all the land thereof. So the Lord's about to take this place out. Egypt, which you can take that word Egypt out and put in America, shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. Check this out. They that till the ground shall mourn. When it says they that till the ground, speaking about these farmers, man, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting in hell and with a fearful consolation, the weather, right? Especially with the droughts. So the farmers, they're going to be mourning because they can't grow their crops, meaning they can't make no money. And it's going to trickle down. The people are going to mourn because they ain't going to have no goddamn food, man. So it's going to be a famine out here, right? And you got these elites on the left-hand side. They're, hoarding food. So they're planning a man-made famine. And the Lord ultimately is the one that's orchestrating all of this, man, with the weather. Because the Lord can use Esau, because Esau got what? The heart machines. It's certain areas that Esau can make it not rain, man. Okay. And that's all through the spirit of the Lord, man. The Lord just gives the power to these devils to do these things. Because Esau, his job was what? To take peace from the earth. Okay. So we're seeing all of the prophecies coming to pass, man. It says the last time these hydrological harbingers surfaced was during a 2018 drought and again in 2015, both incidents of which occurred in Decent, Czech Republic, located about 60 miles north of Prague. Water levels there dropped 45 inches before the stones were exposed. Right? And they got some pictures. This right here, I believe it says 1947. I believe on that stone. It says Dutch journalist Olaf Coens tweeted images last week taken in 2018 of the ominous boulders. He called them horrifying. Macabre warnings from our 15th century ancestors about famine. He wrote, according to an English translation. And the Lord gets down with famine, man. The Lord brings famine, right? And it's going to happen again here in America. How much more here in America, man? This place is exceedingly wicked. The people of America very proud. Okay, so the Lord is going to humble the shit out of these people, man. Right? It says in a 2013 paper, a team of scientists, they Them damn scientists, man. Bunch of witches and fucking warlocks, man. Mad scientists, weirdos, man. Bug outs. It says, wrote about the history of droughts in Czech lands, writing that the stone in question is chiseled with the years of hardship and the initials of Arthur's loss to history. It expressed that drought had brought a bad harvest, lack of food. There you go. That's what drought does. It says a bad harvest, lack of food. That's famine. What is famine? Famine is a lack of food, a lack of bread. High prices and hunger for the poor people. Look at the gas prices. Everything is going up. The prices on food, the cost of goods. Hey, history repeats itself. What is that? Ecclesiastes. Let me see. Yeah. Let's start at verse 9. The thing that have been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. You see that? Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It have been already of old time, which was before us. So yeah, man. Ain't no new thing under the sun. These things have happened before. Right? And that also proves reincarnation, man, because the people come back. It ain't. And that's why. And why do you think history repeats itself? Because the same spirits that was doing things back then, they back here doing the same thing again. It's just a different time period, man. You know? Not trying to make this lesson about, reincarnation, but that proves it, man. But yeah, the Lord recycles things, man. So famine, that's a major plague that the Lord can bring to bring judgment. And the Lord is going, how much more in this time, man? Okay? Because this place is more wicked than before. This is the most wicked time that there has ever been. What is that? Second Esdras, I believe 8, and I think 50. It says, I don't think that's the one I was looking for, but I'll read it. For many great miseries shall be done to them that dwell in the latter time shall, Salakia. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. Yeah, these people, they've walked in great pride, man. And they're waxing more and more proud. Right? I was looking for many great evils. I can't remember exactly where it is. But going back into the article, it says, it expressed that drought had brought a bad harvest, lack of food, high prices, and hunger for the poor people. And you got these elites that are trying to ultimately create a class system of the super rich and the poor, right? They're trying to eliminate the middle class. Okay, so you're going to see more and more prices of goods become more and more higher. They're going to try to continue to eliminate these small businesses, these mom and pop stores and things like that, because they're trying to take out the middle class. And ultimately, this is through the Spirit of the Lord, man. It says, before 1900, the following droughts are commemorated on the stone. And, they got the years right there of drought. It says Europe and the UK, where few buildings and homes are equipped with air conditioning, experienced an unprecedented heat wave in July. And yeah, that's a part of judgment, man. The Lord bringing, got everything, super hot, right? And that's also causing drought. That's causing the people to be miserable. So we're in the time of judgment as temperatures in the regions reached over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. You see? But yeah, man, the Lord is bringing the plagues of old, man, because the Lord is getting ready to take this place out. You see? Second Esdras 16 and 14. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return. Salakia. Let me go down. That's going into the nuclear missiles, which that's the ultimate plague. Let's go to verse 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? This is what I wanted. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings. Yeah, we're in the beginning of sorrows, man. The beginning of famine and great death. A lot of people are about to die out here, man. They're about to get starved out. Okay, people are about to bug out, lose their minds. Violence is increasing. So death is going to increase. And guess what? All of this took place before the flood, man. Where it said evils. It was a lot of evils that was taking place. A lot of violence. Let me see if I can find it. I believe that's in Genesis. Let's see. I think the 5th chapter. No, the 6th. Yeah, right here, Genesis 6 and 5. This was before the flood. And the Most High, Yahawah, saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. You see that? It says wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that's and wickedness is great in the earth again. It's even worse than it was before the time of the flood. So what do you think the Lord is going to do? Now, the Lord, he promised not to flood the world again with water, but guess what? He's going to flood the world with fire. Those nuclear missiles and the chariots going to burn this place up, America. Okay? And this is that second death that's coming. So we're in the beginning of sorrows. It says the beginning of wars. You see how these countries are gearing up, preparing for war. And the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. Yeah. You know, the elites, they're afraid, even though they want to bring chaos because they think that they're going to rise up again, you know. But at the end of the day, it's going to get to the point where they're going to be afraid, man. They're already afraid. They're seeing the chariot sightings, right? They see the prophets on the highways and byways. So that's why they're ultimately trying to hurry up and come with their agenda, which is going to be to no avail. It says, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? And this right here proves reincarnation, right? Because Esdras, he knew that he was going to be back during this time. Because you got to remember, this is a vision that Esdras seen, man. Okay? It says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of scourges. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. Yeah, this is just like the peace and safety. What is that? 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter. And they shall say peace and safety. I think that's 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3. Yeah. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So, yeah, it says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in a good case. And then that sudden destruction going to come in. Even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And that reminds me of what? Amos 5 and 19. Which I started 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord Yahawah. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. So, hey, man, you got these people that are, a lot of these Christians. They're saying that they can't wait for the day of the Lord. But what is going to behold of you in that day? Because they thinking that the Lord is going to come back, happy, pleasant. But Yahawashi coming back with wrath, man. So what is that day going to behold of you in that day? Are you going to be delivered or destroyed? And majority of these people are going to be destroyed, man. It says the day of the Lord is darkness and not light. There's going to be a lot of death and destruction. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him. So it don't matter. If you escape one judgment, the Lord got plenty more judgments waiting for your ass, man. It's about to be all hell breaking loose in the land, man. It's about to be crazy out here. Shall not the day of the Lord Yahweh be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it? So yeah, man, we coming into that time, man. The time of Jacob's trouble. Okay, we coming into that time, the darkest hour, midnight. I believe midnight, that's the darkest part of the night, and noon, that's like the brightest part of the day, you know. But yeah, man, the Lord is about to bring great death and destruction to this place. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had. Just wanted to touch into this article. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Until the next time, I want to say shalom.